and notes payable. So land and building increase in your organize or no? Increase. Land and building as what? Assets. So assets when increase means you will put it in debit or credit? Debit. So land and building will be in debit side. Cash and notes payable. Cash assets. Yes. الكاش when you purchases increase or decrease? Decrease. So assets decrease what means you will put it cash as credit. Notes payable. What's the classify for notes payable? Liability. Liability here increase or decrease? Increase. When I say liability increase means put it as credit. Here, if you want to go to check liability, what I said for liability, increase what you will put it? Credit. Clear? VC clear? So now we have two items. Land and building will be in the debit side and cash notes payable will be in the credit. So the entry will be what? Land, building will be in the debit side. This is debit and this is credit. So land and building will be debit and cash notes payable will be credit. So now we need to decide it. He said for land, what our building 100,000? No, 150. This is the total amount for account, debit or credit. He said for land, the amount for land 100,000. The amount for land 100,000. So total amount land 100,000. A total amount he said 150. So building, what's the amount for building? 50. And for cash, he said he paid cash 90,000. So cash 90,000 cash, and remaining will be what? 60,000 for notes payable. Total amount 150 in debit and 150 in credit. Clear? VC? So this is the second journal entry for the second transactions. VC clear? Okay. So now we will go to third transactions at 12 August. At 12 August, he said also company purchases equipment. Equipment classify for equipment. Assets. So when I say purchases assets means assets will be in the debit or in the credit? Debit. So here he mentioned purchases office equipment, amount 15,000, okay, and the payment system, he said he paid 80,000 cash and a remaining will be as on account. When he said remaining will be payment after sometimes without sign means will be account payable. So it will be on account. So we have in this transactions, we have three. How many account we have in this transaction? VC. 3. Equipment, cash, account payable. VC, how many accounts we have? We have 3 accounts. 1 will be as a debit and 2 will be as credit. So we have equipment, okay, cash, and when he say pay after sometimes without sign means account payable. If he say sign, not payable. So we need to analyze this. Equipment, increase or decrease? Increase. Equipment, normal, it is debit, assets, liabilities, equity, assets. Assets increase means will be in the entry will be debit. So Muhammad Uthman will be debit, not credit. Okay? Cash, assets. When you purchase cash will be decrease or increase? Decrease. So cash, assets, decrease means you will put it credit. Account payable, increase, liability means we will put it as credit. So we have 2 accounts in the credit side and 1 account in the debit side. Also for amount for equipment was 15,000 and cash 8,000. So remaining for the account payable will be 6,000. Clear? 6 or 7,000. So the entry will be, we will put it equipment, cash, account payable, debit, credit. So equipment 15,000, debit, cash 8,000, and remaining for account payable will be 7,000. VC clear? Shabab, clear? Okay. So this is the entry. This is entry for the third transactions. دفتر اليومية. 14 August purchases van. He said purchases van. What's the type of payment here? VC purchases van for delivery. Okay, so purchases van. When he say on account, what means? Without payment cash. Okay. Purchases on a credit means you will have assets but without payment, means you will pay after sometimes. Okay, so you will pay after sometimes. So analysis for this transactions, VC, we need to explain the analysis for transactions 14 August. What's the account in this transaction? Account in this transactions, then and you didn't pay. So he said on account or on a credit. So account payable. Clear? Then assets increase or decrease? Increase. Okay? Amount 25,000. So will be debit 25,000. Account payable, liabilities. Liabilities increase or decrease? Increase, so will be credit same amount 25,000. So you will go to prepare the entry in general journal entry. So you will put it here. This is also date. Okay, you need to mention the date, and here description, debit, credit. So then will be in debit and account payable will be in credit. Account payable will be in credit. So then debit 25,000 and account payable credit 25,000. Clear VC? Clear شباب؟ So now we will go to date 20 August. What he said in 20 August. He said the company go to payment for account payable. So in we purchases van. We said we are purchases van. Van purchases on account in date 14. Date 20 August, we go to our creditors and we give him only 10,000. The total amount he went from you 25. After 6 days, you go to him and give it to him 20,000. So we need to analyze this transactions. We have how many account in this transaction? We have two account. Account payable, cash. Okay? Account payable, increase or decrease in this case? Decrease. So we will put it account payable, it is liabilities. When you mention liabilities decrease means you need to put it in the debit side. Cash, decrease or increase? Decrease. Cash assets. When you say cash decrease means you need to put it as credit. The amount 10,000, 10,000. VC, clear? as account payable. Okay, so we will go to prepare the entry. Entry, date, okay, description, debit, credit, account payable, debit, cash, credit, 10,000, 10,000. Clear? اشتغلناه بس نخلص ممكن الاكسرسايز الثاني. So now we will go to date 21st August. So date 21st August, what he said. You received or borrow loan from bank, and the payment will be after 6 months. So you received loan. So loan, it is credit or debit. Loan, it classify for loans. How many account you have? You have 2 account, okay? So you have 2 account, cash and borrow. You can say loans, you can say notes payable. If he signs, so we'll write notes payable. Amount 20,000. So the cash increase or decrease? Increase. The cash assets. Okay? So increase means will be in the debit. And notes payable, increase or decrease? Increase. Liabilities. So you will put it as credit. So your journal will be cash, notes payable, cash 21, 20, okay, 20,000 as a debit, and credit will be notes payable 20,000 as credit. So this year, when you go to answer this question, you don't need to go to analysis, okay? Just I make analysis to explain. Okay, so when he required you to prepare journal entry, just you will go to put it the entry like this, okay? So you will go to prepare entry like, you will not required from you to analyze all transactions. Just here I analyze to you for help you how to understand the transactions to prepare journal entry. But when he asks to prepare journal entry, just you will go to general journal and you need to prepare journal entry without explain, without the analysis which I do. Okay? لا تكتبها، لا تكتب هاي الديتيلز او الشرح هذا لا تكتب اياه. So now we will go to continuous. Now which date? Date 27. 27 he 22. Okay. 22 received 7,500 from customer cash. We need to analyze this, a seal. Analysis this. Received 7,000 from customer cash. So we have how many accounts? We have 2 accounts. We have cash. We have revenue. Okay? Cash increase or decrease? Increase. Cash assets means will be debit. Revenue increase or decrease? Increase. Revenue, it is from equity, so we will put it increase as a credit. So the journal entry will be what? Cash, debit, amount 7,500, and a credit revenue will be credit 7,500. 7,500. So the journal will be cash revenue. You can mention what's the name of the kind of revenue. For example, consultant revenue, service revenue, rate revenue. You can write the name of revenue. Okay, debit, credit, cash 7,500 and revenue 7,500. So did you see any transaction when one side? No. So must be have two sides. VC clear? VC clear? Okay. Maher, if I will change this word, if I will change this word, to customers on account, so what's the journal will be? You provide service to customers, but customer not pay to you. Means service on account. Not account payable, Maher. Account receivable. Okay? Account receivable. So if he mentioned provide service to customers on account, means the entry will be like this. So revenue, account receivable, and revenue. Account receivable increase, yes, increase. The kind of account receivables under assets will be debit, and revenue increase will be a credit. Okay, Maher? So the journal will be account receivable, debit, for example, 7,500, and revenue will be credit 7,500. Clear? VC شباب clear? Transaction 27. More than one account. We have in debit size, wigs, rent, utilities, okay, miscellaneous. This will be in the debit size, and the credit size will be the total amount for this cash. So credit will be one account, and debit will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accounts. So this is the journal entry will be WEX expense, rent expense, utilities expense, miscellaneous expense to cash. The cash will be total amount for all expense. 4 or 5, Maher? 1, 2, 3, yes. 4 items as expense in debit sides, and one account will be in the credit size will be cash. The amount for cash will be total amount for expense, 3,650. So 3,650 will be cash, credit 3,650, and debit size will be rent expense, wages expense, utilities expense will be in the debit sides. So this is the entry for expense. This is the entry for expense. Clear, VC? last entry, withdraw 2000. We say a normal balance for withdraw will be debit. So the journal entry will be, we have two accounts, withdraw and cash. Cash decrease or increase? Decrease, so cash will be credit. Withdraw, increase, will be debit. So the journal will be from withdraw to cash, the amount will be 2000. So the journal will be debit, credit, description, withdraw, and cash 2000. So this is the journal entry. Clear VC? Clear شباب؟ No, cash decrease. Withdraw what means?
Withdraw, okay, we'll take out from the withdraw amount. It will be from the equity. That's cash?
No, withdraw means deducted the equity. Okay? Equity. No, cash decrease. Yes, means cash decrease. So this is the journal entry. Second require, he will ask you to posting journal entry to ledger or to T account. To T account. But in the exam, he will not ask you to posting for all journal entries. Just he will tell you, for example, posting to cash account to capital account. He will select one or two accounts. He will not ask you to posting all entries. Okay? Clear VC? But here we need to, for this exercise, we need to posting all entry for exercise, for practice. Okay? But in exam, he will not ask you to posting for all journals. Clear? So, what we will do now, when he asks you post transaction to the T account or to the ledger, means you need to go to open for each account in journal entries or in general journal, you need to open one T account for each account. Okay, VC? So for each account, you need to open one T account. Okay? VC, okay? So we will go through the first journal. First journal, you have how many accounts in the first journal? You have in the first journal in August, 10 August, you have two accounts. Means you will go to open cash T account and capital T account. Okay, so this side, left side, this is debit side and this is credit side. This is debit side and this is credit sides. Clear VC? VC clear? Okay, so now you journal entry. You need to return back to journal entry. You will go to cash. Cash in which side? رحمك الله. الكاش in debit sides. You will go to cash in debit sides and you will put it 200,000 in debit sides in cash, and capital in which side? Credit. You need to go to credit sides in capital and you need to put it 200,000. Clear? Bas. Without mention, without write anything. We was in the past, we was right here 200,000 capital, and here 200,000 cash, but we don't need to mention, just put it numbers. Clear, VC? So the first posting for the first journal, it is complete. Now we need to go to second journal. Second journal. How many items in second journals? How many accounts? 4 accounts. So we need to open how many T account? No. We will not. If you put it T account for cash, you don't need to open again. So T only for each account, only one T account. Okay, so from the second journal, we don't need to open T account again to account for cash because you already open it. So for each account, one T account, one page. T account, what means? Means page in ledger book. Okay, this is means ledger book. You have in this page, for example, page number 2 for capital, page number 3 for examples land. Okay, so each account one T account. Clear, VC? So now we will go to second journal entry. Second journal entry, land, building, cash, notes payable. So we need to open T account for land, T account for building, and T account for notes payable. So this is T account, land, T account for building, and T account for notes payable. VC, clear? Okay, so now we will go to debit side. Debit side, we have land and building. What's the amount for land? 100,000. So you will go to debit side. This is the debit side. Debit, credit, debit, credit, debit, credit. Okay, so we will go to land and put it in the debit side 100,000. Building also, you will go to building in debit side, you will put it 50,000. And now we will go to credit side. Credit size, cash. Cash will be in the credit size 90,000. Okay, and notes payable in the credit size will be 60,000. Clear, VC? So the next entry posting done. We need to go to the third entry. Okay. VC clear؟ في أي سؤال VC؟ We will go to entry in date 12 August. Entry in date 12 August. 12 August, what he said? Comment and cash account payable. We have T account for cash. So T account for cash. Cash was 200,000, 90,000, and now account payable. We need to open account payable and equipment. Equipment and account payable. T account. Same treatment. Equipment credit or debit? Debit amount 15,000. So you will put it here 15,000. Okay. Cash credit 8,000. You will put it here 8,000. And account payable credit 7,000. Clear VC? Okay, so this is the posting for account payable credit. حسب ما هي موجودة في الجورنال انتري. Okay, VC. So you need to complete all posting. After complete all posting, what you will go to do? You will go to do what? To prepare balance for each T account. So here, this is the transactions. This is all posting transactions for cash account. This is all transactions for what? For cash account. We post from journal to ledger. After you go to post, you will put it what? Total amount. You will go to put it total amount for okay, I will hit this numbers. Okay, so this is the all transactions with cash account. You post it from journal entry. Okay, clear? After that, what you will go to do? You need to find the total amount in the debit and total amount in the credit. Okay, VC? Total amount, this is the T account for cash. I will put it just copy paste. 200,000, 20,000, 7,500, credit 90, 80, 8,000, 10,000, 3,650, 2,000. This is all entry with cash. After that, you need to go to find the total amount for debit and total amount for credit. So the total amount for debit was 227,000. 500. And for credit was كم؟ 650. So the total amount 113,650. This is the total amount. So 227,500 minus 13,650 will be 113,850. So now, which the high? Debit or credit? A debit. So you will put the remaining here will be, this is 13,850. This is the balance for cash. Or you can say you need at first to find the difference between a debit and credit. So a difference was 113,850. So which side it is high? Debit. So you will say the balance was 113,850 debit. Okay, so you will mention, or you will go to decide it which the debit or credit. It is depend on which the high level, or which the high part, debit or credit. This is message to you. For assets, all assets we know normal balance debit, or the high account will be in the debit sides. If the high amount was in the credit and you work in assets, means you have mistake. Okay, for all assets must be debit sides greater than credit sides. Okay, VC clear. ترحيل هاي. لا انا قاعد بطلع البالانس لكل accounts. Okay, VC. For assets, note to you, when you go to posting to cash account or to assets, the debit size must be greater than credit size. So you need to mention this is debit balance, and a difference between debit and credit, this is the balance for this account. Clear? VC clear? Okay, okay, I will repeat. For examples, I will go to another example. Where's the comment? Where's the high comment? Okay. This is for examples T account for what we said, T account for account receivable. Okay. For examples here, 20,000, 50,000, 60,000. This is the entry was there. Now you need to find what? Total amount for credit and total amount for debit. So total amount for debit will be 70, and total amount for credit 60. 60. What I said, for all assets must be debit side must be greater than credit size. Clear? Sahar, clear? For assets, for expense, withdraw. Assets, expense, withdraw, debit size will be greater than credit size. Okay? Now, 70 minus 60, so the balance will be 10,000. You will say 10,000 debit. Okay? So, assets, withdraw, expense. دائما الديبت size debit will be greater than الكريدت. الديبت will be greater than the credit and the balance will be always debit. For بعيد مدينون assets. So assets, withdraw, expense. Always, usually, a debit size will be greater than the credit size. So balance will be debit. Difference between a debit with the credit, this is the amount for balance. Clear? واضحة؟ VC clear? And liabilities, equity, revenue. Liabilities, equity, revenue. دائما الكريدت greater than a debit. So the balance will be credit. Okay, the balance will be credit. طبعا difference هو الامount for account. نيجي examples على الكابيتال. الكابيتال just one account for capital. This capital was credit 200,000. Okay, so and debit size come 0, credit 200,000. So for capital you will say the normal balance credit and the amount 200 minus 0, so the balance will be 200,000. Okay, if you will go to, for examples, to مشان تطلع البالانس. هسه ما بحتاج احط الرقم الاعلى، just الديبت minus الكريدت او الكريدت minus الديبت. So for examples, النوتس payable 60 and 20. So the credit will be 80 and the debit will be 0. So we will say the balance will be credit as amount will be 80,000. Okay, 80,000. When the account was a total amount, for examples, notes, for examples, cash. When the amount in debit, for example, 10,000 and amount in the credit 10,000 and amount in the debit 10,000, so you will say the balance will be equal 0. When the amount in the debit equal amount in the credit, means the balance will be equal 0. Class start at 3. Class start at 3 just for this day. Okay. Next day we will start same our schedule at 2 to 4. Okay, Ali. So because today I have a medical appointment, next class will be at 2 to 4. Okay. After that, you will go to what? You need to prepare trial balance. You need to prepare trial balance. Trial balance, what means trial balance? It is summarized for posting. Just trial balance, you need to open items, or you can write account. You can write account, name, debit, credit. Just you will return back for each account. So what you have account? You have account, for example, cash. You have account capital. So you will go back to T account for cash. What is the balance for cash? 113,850. Just you will put it what you said. This is debit balance. So you will go to debit. You will go to debit. This is the trial balance. Debit, credit, account, name. So cash, you will put it in the debit size 113,850. Capital 200. Credit, notes payable will be in the credit size. Account receivable will be in the debit size. So at least total amount for debit must be equal total amount for credit. But when the total amount for debit equal total amount for credit, this is not means your answer is correct. Because sometimes you miss entry. Sometimes the entry was 2,000 and you write 200. So not means when the total amount in debit size equal total amount in credit size in trial balance means your answer correct. Okay. So after that, prepare the trial balance. This is the trial balance. We put it. This is the account names, and this is the balance for each account. I will take the balance. So total amount for debit equal total amount for credit. For examples, if I will put and now you can find the amount of capital. You can find the amount of capital. You can find how? A total amount for debit minus a total amount for all items in the credit. A total amount for debit minus a total amount in the credit size. You can find the amount for capital. كفيكو